take a vegan to fondue.
Princess the Bear here. Today we're hanging out in Orlando, specifically off Sand Lake Boulevard, because it's time to go to
the Melting Pot.
Yes, it's been about 5 years since the Melting Pot, but as your number one choice of food infotainment, we're here to try the food, so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm gonna cover myself in fake cheese.
It's time to foodie and chill. The vegan option no longer includes bread, which is super sad. But you know what? I love a good Granny Smith apple in a vegan cheese. So let's go ahead and dip in this gorgeous vegan cheese. Oop, gotta stir it up a little bit. They put some mustard in here. It's got vegetable broth. It looks so good. It also looks really, really hot. Ooh, okay. Feels like it needs a little bit more time to cook. It's all right. I think it just needs to just chill. I like the apple, but not as much as I used to, so it's evolved. I miss the bread. I'm sad they don't have any bread anymore. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 fondues. Sorry.
So the fondue here has evolved. Normally, when you come here, yes, you would have to have one pot, dip everything in. Obviously, because the princess is vegan and I'm not, you have to take certain precautions not to contaminate the vegan cheese with my filthy spread here. So I get pretzel bread, French bread, and then I get veggies as well. There's also some meats mixed in here. They thought of that, so I get a little spoon. So instead of being the dipper, I'm going to be a pourer, which is pretty much standard for how we eat because I pour and the princess dips. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this vegan cheese. It's a nice, thick consistency here. Pour it right over the bread. It's got a nice consistency. I would go so far as to say that's probably like a diet cheese. The mustard they mixed into it, mustard powder, gives it a nice sort of like different flavor profile. I do something similar at home. We make our vegan cheese at home. I use like cashew cauliflower, then add mustard powder in there to give it sort of a little bit more character. That tastes very good. I would give that a 3.75 out of 5 plus. So in addition to veggies, I have meats on here. So there's a little bit of, looks like a salami, smells like salami. I'm just going to take some more cheese. And yes, I'm going to go full blasphemy as a dirty omnivore. I'm going to put vegan cheese on obviously non-vegan meat. Because you know what? They gave it to me and I feel like it. I just get cheese everywhere. Don't be afraid to make a mess here. Just tastes like a fancy adult Lunchable with melted cheese. No complaints. I would give that a 4 out of 5 plus.
I got the veganized version of this, was it California salad? It is a raspberry walnut vinaigrette is the only one that is vegan outside of like getting an oil and vinegar. So let's go in on these pieces. The walnut is really bright. It's super sweet. They have a strawberry salad too. I thought that was going to be the sweetest salad on the menu, but this one's probably like competing with that. I'm not mad at it. I would probably give it like a 3 out of 5 salads. I should have brought pocket parm for this one. I did put some of this garlic and wine on there. Probably should put more.
Now, we got like the 4-course meal for 2, which means you both get like your bread tray, then you also both get salad. So I got basically the same stuff the Princess got, only I got it as it comes. So I have the same raspberry walnut vinaigrette. I just have gorgonzola cheese in here in addition. So same tomatoes, the walnuts that are in here, and then this dressing. It looks almost like candy with that color of the dressing, but I'm still excited. I love a good rabbit food. I love the sweetness of the salad, but it is definitely offset by that sour punchiness like the gorgonzola, which is a nice mixture so it doesn't feel too candy-like and more of a salad. The nice crunch, the lettuce is fresh, the tomatoes are fresh. It is a perfect second course in this 4-course meal. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 claws.
Part of the veggie plate is this little Impossible poplet, so I'm excited to try one of these. It really just tastes like a little ball of Impossible. There isn't like some extra seasoning in that. It just soaks up the seasoning of the broth, which we got mojo, so it's definitely flavorful and delicious. I like that. I would give it a 5 out of 5. I think that is a Princessities item, and I might get extra of the poplets. Now I also want to try the sauce. So I have a potato. I'm gonna try 1/2 the potato with this plum sauce. The plum is really nice. It's sweet. Not really what I expected it to be, but I like that. I would give that a 4.75 out of 5 plums. And then the final sauce that I can have is a teriyaki. So I'm gonna grab this broccoli over here. I'm gonna dip it in the teriyaki. And let's go. It's a very tangy teriyaki. It's not a sweet teriyaki. It has a bit of a kick to it. I like it, but it's mysterious. I'll give it a 4.75 out of 5 teriyakis. Overall, I love coming here as a vegan. The food is great.
To answer the question early, what happens to a vegan when you bring them to a melting pot? You get fed, which is what should happen. I'm most interested in this Impossible Poppable because when we came last time, it was 5 years ago, they didn't have all meat. It was just all veggies. So the fact that there is a little bit of Impossible, I'm intrigued. One thing I've always loved about Impossible is that it soaks up seasonings really well. So that broth with the mojo, those little hints of citrus like in the meat, plant-based meat, that was a good choice. I feel like we made a good decision. But most of the problem when coming to a hot pot, or even melting pot in this case, is decision paralysis because there's so many options. You don't know what to pick. A lot of these things go well together. You're not going to do wrong one way or the other. The Impossible, poppable, pops in my soul. I give that 4 out of 5 claws. Now, to save our princess, as if I am Mario storming a castle, I decided to take the dirt rooms off her hands because she doesn't like dirt rooms anyway. And I'm going to use that for the sauce dippings. This first one here is I believe this is the teriyaki. Very much a teriyaki. That hit of the mojo. It's tasty, it's juicy, it's well cooked. I would give that a 4.25 out of 5 claws actually. And then for the second one, I'm going to use this potato, half a potato. And we're going to dip that in the plum sauce. Who doesn't want a sweet potato? But not sweet potato. Ooh, that adds a very interesting character. And you can cook yourself. Well, mostly yourself. So, I feel accomplished. I feel like I did something. Not much, but something. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. So I went with the Pacific Rim So it's a combination of mostly seafood, but then you also have some pot stickers, and there's some chicken and tuna and steak in here. We're gonna go first with the pot stickers. These are chicken pot stickers. They're nice in there. These cook for a minute in the broth. So this is with the mojo, same as the princess. And she cooked mine after hers. It's not to contaminate her food. Cooked perfectly, soaked in the broth. That is ridiculously tasty. I love a good pot sticker. And get the sauce right, perfection. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Next up, I'm going to try a little bit of this sesame tuna they have here. This one had to cook for 2 minutes. Got a nice color to it. That citrus in the mojo perfectly pairs with that. Sort of cuts through that briny ocean flavor you normally get. And it's just a flavor explosion. The sesame seeds are a nice gradient. That's good. I'd give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. No, you can't come to Melting Pot as a non-vegan and not at least try some steak. So these little steak bits here, cooked rather well. It's tasty, chewy. Definitely soaked up the broth. I would have gone probably a minute sooner on that one because it's more like medium. I like mine a little bit more towards rare. So I mean it's good, but it's a little chewy for my taste. I give that 3.5 out of 5 claws. Then we have the sea roach served tail on. I cannot escape no matter what I do. It's perfectly pink. Let's make sure that I didn't make it like a rubber tire. Oh, that sings in the mojo broth. That's just like a little sea roach gusher almost, in the most foodie kind of way, not the other kind of way. I would give that a 4.5 out of 5 claws. I could do an entire pot full of shrimp for that. Then we also have this last protein. I believe this one is pork. Ooh. Oh yes. I feel like that one needs a tortilla and some fixins. I'm giving that one a solid 4 out of 5 claws. Now, let's go for some dippings while we have them. Now, their most popular sauce is their green goddess sauce. That is a cream cheese based sauce with some cream and herbs. Now, they give you, looks like 6 sauces total, but you can ask for more if anyone that you want, or double one if you like. You don't have to get all of them. I mean, you have to eat all of them. I can see why the green goddess is so popular. Think like an elevated sour cream and onion, or sour cream and chive. It's that kind of powerful. Super tasty. I'm going to go in for this other one. I think this is the curry-based yogurt one. Also on the beef. Ooh.
So first cheese.
Oh yes. I love that one. That one sings. Even on the steak, I would give that one a 4.75 out of 5 claws. The green goddess, I would give a 4.25 out of 5 claws. I'm going to take the rest of the pot sticker and I'm going to dip that in this one here.
Not that I don't recommend it, but you can get spinach and artichoke.
I do not remember
Every restaurant that you go to.
what sauce this is. I should remember, but I don't. It's white and creamy. We're about to find out together.
So these two are definitely very
Like yogurt?
the classic outfit for sure.
Yogurt and something.
Just because of the very
Do not know if I love that one. That was probably a
try that one.
3.25 out of 5 claws.
My favorite salad, strawberry.
And for this one, this is a red pepper based sauce. So just smother that one in there.
Check it out if you want.
Wow. I did the pork with a red pepper chili sauce. That is spicy. I am burning. 8 out of 10 on the heat scale. Starting in the front, and it's fireball, Mario style, back of the throat. Everything's burning. Eyes are watering. Mouth is on fire. I feel like I need some Hot One style delivery of plant-based ice cream or a glass of milk. It's a good bird. I like it, but it hurts. That is a deceitfully spicy sauce. I don't run into spicy sauces that are generally available very often. You're going to feel that one. I give that 4.75 out of 5 claws. It is worth the burn, but be careful. Maybe little dips. Don't smother like I did. That was probably my mistake.
What is it on the heat scale?
I would give it like 8.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. Sweating. And it's not the hot pot.
You can't have fondue without chocolate. And of course we have apples, strawberries, bananas galore. Bear gets like pound cake and brownies and marshmallows and stuff. But I'm glad I at least have strawberries because these are my favorite. And in chocolate is literally the best. There's so many different flavors you can get here, but we just got like the plain vegan dark chocolate. It's gonna be hot. Okay, it's not as hot as I thought it was going to be, but it's still super tasty. I love the dark chocolate. I love the dessert. I can't wait to chow down on this with Bear. This is delicious. This is a 5 out of 5. A Princess Cities item. I think as a vegan, you should come to the Melting Pot. The food is so good.
All the things, trudge through. The whole point is to make it through to dessert. Because honestly, that's why you really come to the fondue. You want melting pot, you want desserts. Desserts is a reward for all the hard work you put in cooking your own food. Now, as with the entrees and the bread, they gave me a little spoon so that I can drizzle it and not contaminate the princess's dessert tray with all of my filthy non-vegan things. So I have cookies and brownies, pound cake over here, which obviously has egg and dairy in it. There is marshmallows, which have gelatin in it, so can't contaminate with that. Some more brownie bites, and then there's Rice Krispie treats. And I can tell you, under penalty of death, I'm never eating a Rice Krispie treat on this channel. I've eaten a lot of things, okay, and hated them, and gotten ill, thrown up multiple times on this channel. Rice Krispie treats is my line in the sand. I hate them. Like Anakin hates sand and sand people, I hate Rice Krispie treats. Like, the smell of them makes me nauseous. The fact that they're touching my food right now is already too much. I will not subject myself to that pain. However, pound cake is my jam. All for that. Chocolate and all. I'll eat it plain. Melted hot chocolate, dark chocolate. Like me, maybe all my life, I've really just wanted to be a dark chocolate pound cake. Not a firefighter, not a pilot. I wanted to be pound cake covered in hot chocolate. Mrs. Fields who? Okay? Delightful. Chocolatey, soft, pillowy. That's dessert heaven. That's a dessert I can go for. 4.5 out of 5 claws. Let's try these. These are cookies? They're brownie. It's a brownie. Try some of that. More of the chocolate. Let's add a banana. Let's double down. Maybe we have finally found my dessert weakness. It's a 5 out of 5 claw. It's like double chocolate. Love. In love. Twitter pated. Feet thumping. Butterflies. Soundtrack in the background. All of those things. Definitely a 5 out of 5 claws for me. Last up, I'm going to try this marshmallow. The mallow, if you will, covered in chocolate, is a dessert staple. Elevated. This is the way. Honestly, we could have come here and just gotten the chocolate for dessert. And we might do that one day. This is no different than eating anywhere else. If you just want dessert, you can come just get dessert. You don't have to do a 4-course. 4-course is an offering. But you can do any one or all combination of these. Delicious. Marshmallow, 4.75 out of 5 claws. Bring your favorite vegan to the melting pot. They can have fun, you can have fun, cook together. So yes, you can absolutely take your token vegan to melting pot.
And have an amazing, flavorful time.
Yes. It's a lot is the experience. I know her food is obviously a little less varied, but I'm glad they added the impossible meats the last time we came
Oh,
here.
it was so good.
That definitely helps a lot. And like honestly, like you can mix and match with seasonings. They know their food very well, so they're more than willing to add in seasonings from other things if you see something that you want. Definitely advocate for yourself and don't be afraid to ask. Because like they were like, oh, we usually go with this, but when we asked for the mojo, it's like, oh yeah, we can definitely do that, and we loved that.
It was amazing. I'm so glad we got to try a new broth. That broth was so good. I'm super full. I love the 4-course meal here. This used to be like my splurge meal before I was making enough money to go to Disney all the time, and it still feels like a great splurge meal.
Yes. But we know what you guys think of Melting Pot. Would you bring your fellow vegan here, or vegans? Would you come here? Let us know in the comments below. We like sharing these things for you. We like to venture outside of the theme parks and show you something a little bit different. So if you like these kind of things, let us know in the comments, because that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might just yeet himself into one of these melting pots and become bear cheese soup.
We'll just call it a bear hot tub. But you heard the girl.